Good day, dear fellows. Welcome to the second video of today. Now, we're going to be talking a bit more about this Paragon paradigm that we have in front of us. Over the last 24 hours, well, it's coming up to 24 hours since this has been announced, it's been important to kind of gauge a bit of well, look, for me, I can complain or moan, but I'll still get on with kind of the grind, which is still my emphasis on what I'm going to do. It's find a way to get to the Paragon title edge, which isn't great, trying to get 3 rank 4 6-star champions. Is it doable? Possibly. Is it more difficult as a free-to-play player? Yes and no. Kabam have said oh, well, there's people out there that have got the 3 already, and that's fine, but that may mean that they are more able to put in a length of time into the game. Maybe it's a case I don't know the scenario around it, whether or not they picked up a lot of deals since Cyber Weekend last year, July 4th, maybe some other deals that pop up. You know, I'm not to say that it's complete doom and gloom, because Kabam say that there are free-to-play players out there that have grabbed it. And since going non-spending in end of December 2021, it's definitely a case that I've had to go and focus attention in elsewhere. So I'm going, okay, well, look, let's get to work. Let's focus on things at Act 7. And I think this weekend I plan to do 3 runs. I think with the time that I have planned at the weekend, I've got enough time for 3 runs at the kind of Act 7.4.6, which I'm still yet to do. I've done my initial kind of run on here because, hey, there was going to be a deal, which now is going to be extended. So that's great. Thanks, Kabam, for that one. You made a guy feel welcomed. But in any case, look, we've got to get down to the brass nuts and bolts of this video, and I did have notes which I should put up to the side here, just so I kind of know what to refer back to, because I wanted to make it a bit more structured on things. Okay, so the main thing as a Thronebreaker player, as soon as you get there, is the kind of where you go in order to grab some of the resources. And if you were a casual player over the last year, you definitely feel right, if you didn't do certain things like the Grandmaster Gauntlet, Summer of Pain all the way through, and some of the other events that came up and around, you might feel damn, this is a problem. Kabam have got a solution to a degree, but they haven't explained it more thoroughly. So in any case, let's have a look at some stuff. So I did see on Twitter, and I will put a link to Simulas. Simulas got a YouTube channel as well, so we'll kind of put a link as well in the description for that. But also put out this, which is we've done something similar on the channel before. The biggest reason that in the spreadsheet, I'm going to refer to, which is this one right here. The reason that I don't kind of differs is that the biggest problem that we need to look at is if you have just become a Thronebreaker player, or you just started grabbing rank for 6-star materials, you may be at a problem, or not a problem, you may be at an issue of getting more and getting it quickly. And that's maybe the thing that we might have to go back to emphasize. And so the first point to emphasize is try not to panic too much about doing this. At the end of the day, your life comes first. What are you more interested with, gaming wise? What you're up to? Don't feel pressured to get this titlage as soon as it comes out. At the end of the day, there's not going to be hugely spicy things within this titlage. Yeah, there's going to be a new kind of crystal every 4-hour crystal. Yeah, there's going to be what's there going to be? Is it going to be anything interesting? The answer is no. There's nothing really that's going to be standing out as being overly spicy, which oh, updated daily and 4-hour crystals. Okay, well, I'm not sure they're going to be too spicy, and all the stuff that you kind of get from them, just it is what it is. Look, the dailies down the line will probably be very good, but if that's the only thing you're really kind of looking for, apart from the fact updated weekly login calendar, okay, what's going to be more shards, more RNG, special offers tailored to the progression level, that's going to be more of a benefit to Cyber Weekend or maybe July 4th deals. But that's just something, again, people will get this title by late summer, if Kabam adding in more kind of resources of things. And yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that I kind of feel you shouldn't rush to get, because you will end up getting it down the line. And as we're going to go over in a minute, Kabam have said some stuff about getting more resources. But in any case, I want to get back to this here. So this is a good point to kind of establish where we're up to. We got Carinas challenges in game at the moment, which is if you are if you're just starting to be Thronebreaker and you're like, okay, well, or you want to work towards, as of now or a little bit while ago, work towards getting the resources you need to get rank 4 6-star champions, you look at this and go, like, okay, right, I need to restructure what I'm doing. You've got the Carinas challenges here, and also we've had Summer of Pain, July 4th deals, if you grab something, that's the point right there. Summer of Pain week 10, you know, there's a chunk there. Grandmaster Gauntlet there, nice chunk, and will Caban roll that back? If they do, then that's going to benefit. If you did it once, you may not be able to do it again. If Caban roll out for a second time, then that's good. That could be another thing for players to grab. I'm also hopeful for Caban putting in stuff in more side quests, similar as they did this month with the 9,000 tier 3 alpha. But you've got to chart a course. If you picked all this up, then that's great. But at the same time, you may be at a loss. It's good to look at this and go, okay, total catalyst 6.15 and 5.30 respectively. So is that enough? In a nutshell, it doesn't look that is the case, that you would have kind of like enough. You'd be close if you did all this stuff. You'd be close, but you will definitely get this done. You will definitely form. Because if you look in game right at the moment, so I'm just going to bring something up. If I just kind of go like here, you'll see you'll need 3 of each. And this totalage here says that the total cats, 6 and 5.3 respectively. So this is why Caban were giving that kind of like that top up, I think, to give tier 3 alpha. So this gives an opportunity. If you've done all this, right? You've done all this. You've done your Act 7. You'll get the rank up gem, you'll get the materials in order to, and you've done the Carinas challenges and some of the older stuff. You'll get that. You'll get it, right? You'll get it within like a short space of time. That tier 3 alpha that you might be missing will probably be topped up in, you know, next update, or there'll be a deal. July 4th deals will be very incremental in that one, but if you've spent, you'll get access to it early June. So what about everyone else? That's going to be the biggest problem. Like, if you've not done this, what do you do? So yeah, this section is definitely like, okay, we've seen like what you could have got, but we need to be very real about, you know, the future and players. If you're new to Thronebreaker, if you're new to all this stuff, and you're like, I've only done a little bit of Act 7, then I've got to get to work, and that's what you need to think about. If you then, in my position, where I've pretty much gone 100% Act 7 by the next couple of weeks, and then it gives me like about 2 months to work on getting Carinas challenges 100%ed and trying to figure out, you know, do I want to not do Cavalier difficulty and focus that 6 hours of kind of like work or future work and not worrying about that and focusing my attention on Carinas challenges, which is a very rare, a very kind of real thing for me. Not rare, real. And that's just the thing, isn't it? From story mode, Carinas challenges 1 and 2, I mean, I've totaled this. It could be wrong, by the way. I'll say that it's right all the time. But in order to get at least one rank kind of rank 4 6-star champion, it's tough. It is really tough. You need 171,000 tier 6 basics, when in actuality, if I've totaled it correctly, from doing story mode, Carinas challenges 1 and 2 only, not including any of the special events, is 148,050. Now, with that 11,000 there, you can add an extra 9,000 from the side quest, and let's say that's 120,000 shards. So, you know, that kind of like gives you an idea of, right, well, that's not 135,000. I might be slightly under. That proves to be a bit of an issue. Not a ridiculous issue, but it's still something that can be helped out if possible with things like, as I said, Cyber Weekend deals, July 4th deals, and special content that Caban may put out in the meantime. So it does leave us with a little bit of a problem that we have, you know, let's say 0.5 left resources of tier 6 basic and tier 3 alpha to focus on. Like, what do we do? Like, how do we get that extra amount? And that's why I hope that Caban add in some more stuff. I do say here that the rarest resources to obtain for those seeking to empower the 6-star rank 4s are tier 3 alphas and tier 6 basic. Yeah. These rare resources are available in difficult content, but some of you may have missed some of the content may have that content or did not purchase the 7.4 exploration bundle. Never fear, because an eternity of pain is near. A new event will be starting soon and will help thronebreakers to obtain materials that will help them add more rank 4 materials to their inventories. There will also be objectives exclusively available to summoners that have already obtained the title of Paragon. I mean, the last point doesn't. And it seems like what Kabam are doing with this, and what seems disappointing, is they're not kind of buffing other areas to add this stuff in. Like, do you feel it's kind of time, or coming time, to add into things like the Glory Store, like a new type of grab tier 6 basic or tier 3 alpha? I definitely feel like there's a shout for that. But if Kabam were going to go anywhere, I would say, like, look at some like just kind of normal content. Yes, it's good that it's in side quest, because that's good, and the kind of like other objectives which, you know, we've got currently you know, on screen. Like next week you'll be able to get the tier 3 alpha catalyst 9k that's there, which is great. That for me gives me my first ever choosable rank 4 6-star champion, or if I 100% 7.4.6. Yeah, either way works. And then the second one for me is going to be the rank up gem that I get, which I'm going to do in a very special stream opening, I think, at sometime soon. And then kind of look to things like Carinas challenges. But the point still goes back to what I said a moment ago. There needs to be a look into like some content as to like getting some of this stuff. And Battlegrounds still in the beta would maybe, when Battlegrounds is released, gives players an opportunity. We've got, was it 2 months until it starts? Or was it? No, it's next update when it starts. But then you start getting the update monthly calendar towards like June time. So this is all about kind of working hard. The eternity of pain will be important, I think, for players as well, to kind of go, right, this is how I'm getting the resource, and this may help me out. Is it going to be super helpful? Well, in order to be super helpful, as I said, it needs to start forming something a bit different with it, in that you will actually need to see fully formed tier 6 basic catalysts and fully formed tier 3 alpha catalysts to make you feel like you are making that progression, and you don't feel too kind of like separated away from, you know, the current meta against what is the non-current meta where you might be factoring in at the moment. As I said, for me, it's like I'm close, but also I'm quite far away, especially that if I'm in my position at the moment, and if I've done 100% Act 7 and got the rank up gem and the little bit that gets extra from it, I will still need to do all of Carinas challenges, plus I will need to find an extra 0.5 more in order to get the Paragon titleage. So my bets are really hedged on either an intense arena grind in order to grab some deals on July 4th. That's the first thing. The second thing is that I'm also going to have to work hard to do the Eternity of Pain, or kind of see what the reward structure is in order to kind of feel that I'm up there. And that's the big problem, isn't it? Preparation. If you want this titleage and you're non-spending and you've still got stuff to do, or you've missed out on a chunk of the stuff last year and you may be more of a casual player but got recently Thronebreaker, or, you know, you're still remaining casual, you will feel that this is a little bit of a stretch away from you. And I think that it would be good to like sit down and plan. And that's the best thing. That's the best advice I think I can give to people that may be concerned about this. Want to still do it, maybe a little bit unhappy about what Kabam is deciding, but, you know, prepare. And that's, I think, the best thing I can say is start grinding units for the July 4th deals if you can, number 1. Number 2, clear Act 7 as quickly as you can. Number 3, plan for Carinas challenges as best you can, and keep your eye on stuff like this as to where Kabam are dotting in rank 4 6-star materials, so that you can, by the end of the summer, maybe even end of July time, say to yourself, yes, I've been able to either get close or smash getting Paragon. So let's give this a go. I'm going to be doing it from a non-spending standpoint. I'm going to still continue non-spending, and that's just what I do a little bit of a kind of like a let's go type video, but at the same time, let's be realistic about the fact that there isn't a huge amount available for players, especially that are casual, may have missed off last year, and bit of a sticky situation. Still, thoughts in the comment section. Lots of decent opinions and thought processes in yesterday's video, so good to see that. And thanks for watching. Check out some other content which will be on screen now. So yeah, the video I posted today, earlier today, and I'll see you in the next one whenever that be. Cheers, everybody. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye.